I am going to record. Good morning or good day. This is going to be recorded, so whatever time of day it is, happy day. This is Peace and Power. My name is Lindsay. We're going to start in a child's pose. So let's make our way to the floor. Bring those knees wide. Big toes touch. Walking the hands forward. You can bring your forehead to the floor, or maybe bring those hands under the forehead. And just settling in here. You could always keep the hips a little more lifted over the knees, more of a puppy position. We are working upper body. And actually this is the last Thursday of the month. So this will be the final class that we're focusing on the upper body specifically. So go ahead and just take some big breaths here. You might rock the head a little side to side. Just coming into our space, our practice space, our yoga space. And then we're going to go ahead, take an inhale here. If your arms are not straight already, go ahead and straighten them forward. And then as you exhale, walk the hands over to the right. So just a side stretch here in your child's pose. You can take that left hand over the right hand to get a little deeper there in the left side. Couple breaths. And then next inhale, take those hands back to center, and we'll walk the hands over to the left, reaching a little further with that right hand, or placing right hand on top of left. Take a few breaths there. And then inhale, walk those hands to center, and we'll come on up to a tabletop position. Welcome everybody. So we'll come to this tabletop position, start moving the spine through this cat-cow. So inhale, lift the heart, exhale, round the back, and just doing this on your own a few rounds. Could be with the breath or whatever works for your rhythm, your flow here as we start to move the spine. And let's do one more round here. This cat-cow. And then we'll find a neutral spine, hug the belly in. We're going to start to lean over to the right and lift this left arm up. So you can come into like a side modified plank, reaching this left arm up here. And then go ahead and circle this arm around. We're just going to get some movement in the shoulders. We're focusing on upper body today. So I'm going to make sure to warm up the shoulders here. Good. 3. We'll rotate in the other direction in 2. And a 1. Go ahead and reverse. Circling around. These could be big circles or little circles or somewhere in between. And then go ahead and release that arm and just take it up and over. Let the head kind of fall to the right here. Stretching that side body for a moment. Beautiful. And release. Take it back to center, back to our tabletop. And then we'll lean into that left hand as we switch sides. Taking the right arm up, and then go ahead and just move that arm around. Circle, circle. Oh, this always feels so good. Perfect. Go ahead and switch directions there. Other way. Notice how that feels different in the shoulder. And then we'll go ahead and take that arm up and over. Let the head fall to the left. Stretch that right side. A couple breaths here. And release. Come back to center. Let's make our way into down dog. Walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, come up and back, down dog, or feel free to take that child's pose again. We're going to spread the fingers nice and wide here. straightening the arms, widening the shoulder blades, and then maybe pedaling out the feet a little bit. You might shake your head a little. This dog, she's like, all right, time for me to go outside now. She's a princess. All right, 2 more breaths here. And then from your down dog, we'll start to build some heat here. So from your down dog, take it forward into plank. And then let's just hold there for a couple breaths. Find your plank, and then we're gonna start to really move here. So plank, nice and strong, belly in, heart forward. Take an inhale there, pushing the floor away. And we'll use the core to lift those hips up and back to our down dog. So with the breath, we're gonna move here. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lift those hips up and back, down dog. So that's the movement here. Inhale forward to plank, nice and strong. Exhale, lift those hips up and back. 2 more rounds here. Inhale to plank. Exhale, up and back. 1 more. Inhale to plank. Yes, beautiful. Exhale, up and back, down dog. And then inhale forward to plank, and let's hold. We're gonna fire up our triceps here, slowly lowering through a chaturanga. So keep those elbows hugging in. Feel free to lower the knees, reach the heart forward. Here we go, slowly lower for 5, to the belly. 4, take it slow. 3, hug those elbows in. 2, 1, great job. Oh my goodness. Lift the heart, cobra, inhale. And then let's take it back to our down dog, exhale. From the down dog, inhale, gaze forward. Let's walk our feet forward to meet the hands. And we're just gonna come into a fold here, ragdoll. Feel free to bend the knees. We'll let the head go, or keep the elbows on top of the thighs. Keep the head lifted is another option. We might, if we're hanging low, that head's hanging low, you might sway a little side to side, front to back. And then on your next inhale, straighten out the legs a little bit. We'll take the hands to the shins, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's rise up to standing. You can bend the knees, roll up the spine. Let the head come up last as we make our way up. Oh, good morning, everyone. All right, we're focusing on upper body, so we're gonna get into it. We've got our power and then our stretch at the ends, which we'll focus on shoulders, chest, upper back. So let's go ahead and take those arms up. Inhale the arms, palms can come together here, and we'll exhale, forward fold. Take a moment here. We're gonna get a hamstring stretch. So feet about hips width apart. We're gonna take our peace fingers around the big toes. Palms face each other. So if you need to bend the knees to get there, and then we'll let the head go forward or keep it lifted, but straightening the legs as best you can. So we are getting into the hamstrings as well. So we make sure we're nice and warm to get up into our forearm stance, handstands. And these are just gonna be, we're just gonna have some fun with it, okay? We're like, what? We're getting upside down? 1 more breath here. Straighten out those legs just a little bit more. And release. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Let's chaturanga slow. Knees can lower or keep those legs straight. 5, hugging elbows in. 4, 3, 2, 1. To the belly. Inhale, cobra. Open the chest. Exhale, take it up and back to our down dog. From here, we're gonna make our way into dolphin. So lowering down to the forearms. It's like down dog, but we're on the forearms. So palms can be down, or it might feel better for the wrist to interlace the fingers here. So this is the beginning of our forearm stance, but I'm definitely gonna give us some options. And you could always just hold a forearm plank if you wanna keep the head lifted there. So forearm plank, Dolphin position. Hold those forearms. Not right now, Bubba. Not right now. I'll be right there, baby. Okay. From your dolphin, we're going to walk the feet back, come into that forearm plank, heart forward, and then walk the feet in, coming back to that dolphin. So a few more times here, walk it back to our forearm plank, or you're just holding forearm plank, walking those feet in. A couple more times, walking those feet back, walking those feet in. Ooh, feel that core, pressing down into the forearms. Walk those feet in. Let's find our down dog. Straighten out those arms. From your down dog, we'll inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot forward. Come on up. We're going to come into a crescent lunge. So we'll just lift those arms up. You could find cactus arms here, but hips, shoulders squaring forward. Couple breaths here, and then we're going to take it into pyramid. Another little hamstring stretch here. Inhale. Exhale, let's release those hands to the hips. Back foot, we're going to flatten the back foot and angle the toes out. Straighten the front leg. So the feet are more so on like railroad tracks, so more a little bit apart here. And we'll still squaring the hips, shoulders forward, hands can come to the hips. Let's inhale, open that chest. Exhale, fold forward over this front leg. Hands can release to the shin or maybe on either side of the front foot, maybe to blocks, but eventually starting to bring that head down, chin in, lengthening the back of the neck. Few breaths here. As you rise out of this, nice flat back. So keep that spine extended, hands can come to the hips. Inhale, rise. Beautiful, exhale, release those hands down, step back into our plank. Let's inhale there. Here's our slow chaturanga. Heart forward, slowly lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You could hover to the belly, cobra or up dog as you inhale, opening that chest. Down dog as you exhale. Other side, left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward, find our crescent lunge, rise on up. A few breaths here. Maybe those cactus arms face you all. Whew. Yes, beautiful. Maybe lift the gaze. So we're taking it into that pyramid stretch next. Let's inhale here. Exhale, hands to the hips. Front leg straightens, back foot flattens, taking it out to the side a little bit, squaring the hips, shoulders forward. Let's inhale, open the chest. Exhale, folding over that front leg. Hands can lower on either side of the foot or the shin. Few breaths here, nice and long in the spine. The chin might come in a little closer to the chest. And then inhale, rise. You can take those hands to the hips, strong in the feet, the legs, rise on up, inhale. Beautiful, exhale, hands come down, step back into our plank. Here we go, slowly lower, chaturanga, 5, 4, maybe hover or to the belly, 3, 2, 1. Lift up into cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. All right, let's take it back to our forearms. Down to the forearms we go. So there's options here. We can just hold this dolphin or forearm plank, or we're gonna start thinking about walking the feet in towards the elbows. So we're starting to bring our hips over our shoulders. And this is forearm stance. Now this is, you might even just walk forward an inch or 2 or 3 inches, or you really might start to. So this is where the hamstrings come into play. If our hamstrings are super tight, we probably won't be able to go much further, just those couple inches. But start to think about bringing the weight into the forearms. the palms, the hands, and starting to take those hips over the shoulders. So you'll feel those shoulders fire up as your hips get closer above those shoulders. So play with that or your forearm plank. And we're just building strength in the arms, so shoulders. So no matter what position you're in here, you're still working that strength. This is just an option to start to think about coming into that forearm stance. So you could even maybe lift a leg, play with that for a breath or two, and make sure we lift the other leg. And just thinking about bringing those hips above the shoulders. So wherever you are, a couple more breaths. Play with that. Ooh, feeling that fire in the arms. Yes, beautiful, Ellen, gorgeous. Couple. Let's do one more try, or we got one more breath here. And then we'll meet in that forearm plank. So if you're in the dolphin, go ahead and walk those feet back. Find your forearm plank. And then let's rise up into our plank. Take an inhale there. Exhale, let's just do normal chaturanga, or we'll meet in down dog or child's pose if those arms need a rest. Great job. Couple breaths here. And then from your down dog, go ahead and come on up if you're not there. We'll inhale forward to plank. Lots of planks here. Right hand to the center, toes, heels, ankles touch. We're going to come into the side plank. Feel free to lower the bottom knee down. We're going to lift that top arm up. Let's inhale here. Exhale. We're going to reach under the lower half of the body, or the right side here. So reach up, inhale, exhale, reach under. Reach up and under. Doing this a few more times. That bottom hand, bottom shoulder, super strong. 3. Feel free to lower the bottom knee at any time. 2. And 1. Find your plank, maybe reach that top arm up and over for 3. Lift those hips, 2. And 1. Come back to plank. Woo, we're getting close to our piece, y'all. We're almost there. So plank, feel free to lower the knees. Let's take it to that other side, side plank. Toes, heels, ankles touch, roll it open, or lower that bottom knee. Reach up through the right hands, and then we reach under. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. At your own pace here. We'll do a few more rounds. Press into that hand on the floor. The shoulder is strong. You got it. Ooh, I'm up in blue on the my zone. 3. Yes, beautiful, Teresa. Yes, Jamie, Katie, 2. And 1. Come back to that plank. Here we go. Inhale here. Exhale. Let's slowly lower. Chaturanga. 5, 4. Hover to the belly. 3. Hug those elbows in. 2, 1. Inhale, cobra. Or up dog. Exhale, take it back. Let's do a child's pose. Just rest for a few breaths here. I know we're packing a lot in. We're coming to our piece very soon. We're going to do one more little fiery pose here. So we're going to think about coming up into handstand. Now this can be done against the wall, and we're just going to play a little here. So it's really just donkey kicks that we're going to be working with. So good for our upper body. So from your down dog, go ahead and make your way there. And it could be done from here, but it may take a little more core. So you might want to walk your feet in just a little bit. So the closer you can bring your feet towards the hands to get up into that handstand, the easier it'll be. But we're just going to do donkey kicks here so we can have a wider stance. So starting with the right leg, We're just gonna kick the right leg up. Maybe lift off a little bit. Maybe it's just an inch, maybe a few inches, but just with that right leg. So think about bringing the shoulders over the wrists as we do this. And the same thing as that forearm stance, we're thinking about bringing the hips over the shoulders. So a couple more times with this leg, and then we're gonna switch. And you might surprise yourself. You might be able to get some hang time there. Again, this could be done against the wall, so you make sure you don't fall the other way backwards. All right, let's try the other leg, left foot. And you might notice one side maybe feels a little easier than the other. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Ellen. Yep, just kicking up. Oh, beautiful, Teresa. I love that. From a tabletop position. Keeping that head lifted, gorgeous. A few more times on this side. And then, you guessed it, or maybe you didn't, both feet. We're gonna try both feet. So one more time on this side. And then feel free to just take it to either side, or we're gonna try both feet. So think about kicking your heels into your booty. Heels into the booty and a little jump. And we might not be able to get those hips over the shoulders. That's okay, just bringing those heels in. Yes, little play here. Yes, Tracy. Woo. We're getting into peace soon, y'all. Couple more tries. Shoulders over wrists. 3, 2, 1. Take those feet to the floor. Great job. Amazing. All right. Find a child's pose. Let's take it down. We went from fiery and now we're going down, down, down. Feel free to keep that head lifted. Maybe some cat-cows in a tabletop position. We'll just take another 5 breaths here to slow it down. We packed a lot in there. Notice how the body feels. Check in. And we'll take it right into our chest for our stretch, our piece. So come on up to a tabletop position, and we're gonna make our way onto our right side. So that can be done first onto the belly, or just come onto that right side, the right arm extending back behind you, directly back from the shoulder. And our head might rest on a block or a cushion. Left hand in front of the heart for support. And then whatever you want to do with the legs here, you might bend the knees, maybe bend the bottom knee. We can place that top foot behind for a little more. Coming into our piece, we hold these longer, more of a quiet, calm, earthy, rather than that fire that we just came from. Or we're cooling it down from that fire, taking it into the more earth and water element, cooling, calming. Nice big breaths here. As we release the shoulder, the chest. Let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. And we'll go ahead and release, roll onto the belly or come to that tabletop position. And we'll just take it to the other side. I'm going to flip around so I'm facing you. And that left arm comes back, roll onto the side, head supported if that feels best. And then adjust the legs as you need, maybe bending that top knee, placing the foot behind. Softening in this shoulder, bringing some ease, some softness. Taking a few more breaths here on this side. And we do have 9 o'clock here coming up. Christine and Maria are celebrating their 1,000th class together. So that's in length and strength at 9. If y'all want to join or can join for the celebration. Pretty special that they're crossing that accomplishment together, achieving that accomplishment at the same time. All right, let's go ahead and release, come back to center. And then we'll press up and back. And let's take it into that puppy position. So hips over knees, we'll walk the hands forward. And then taking the forehead towards the floor, maybe the chin, take it a little deeper. But the idea here is really opening the shoulders, the chest, as we reach that heart towards the floor. A little engagement in the core does help to just keep us from hyperextending into those shoulders or getting too deep there. Taking a couple more breaths. This could look like child's pose as well if this becomes too much. And then we'll go ahead, walk those hands in. We're just going to flip it over onto our back. Getting close to the end here. I will spend an extra 5 minutes for Shavasana if you have the time to stay a little longer. But we'll just do one more stretch here. Let's see. Let's take those arms overhead. And then we'll walk the feet over to the right. We are going to do this. I wasn't sure, but we're going to do banana. So walk those feet over to the right and then lift the shoulders up to the right. So those arms are overhead, or maybe cactus arms, taking the arms a little wider. But we're just taking a few breaths on each side just because we're running out of time here. We're just opening that side body. Super important for our shoulder health is keeping this side body lengthened, stretched out. And then back to center. We'll walk those heels, shoulders, and then over to the other side. So heels over to the left, shoulders up and over. We're just making that banana shape with the body. Other side. If you're headed out from here, have a wonderful day. Otherwise, we'll stay here and rest together in our Shavasana. So from that banana position, we'll take one more full breath. And then we'll make our way back to center, head back to center, heels back to center. We'll release those arms and come into our final rest here. Whether you have a minute or a few minutes, I will stay till 8:35 and guide us out here in just a minute or two. Have a wonderful day if you're headed out. Otherwise, listen for my voice to bring us out of this rest. Relax, let go. If you're ready to come out, go ahead and start to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and toes. Rotate wrists and ankles. And then we'll roll on to the side. Take a couple breaths there. Round the back. One more minute.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, he's so hungry.
Okay.
All right, we'll gently press up to a seated position and we'll just close out with some gratitude here together, if you like. Bringing those hands together in front of the heart. Crazy kiddo. And close the eyes and just take a moment. What are we grateful for? Our gratitude practice is so powerful. Breathing that gratitude in here. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much. Namaste. Have a great Thursday. And I'll probably see some of you here in the next class. Have a good day. See y'all.